sir. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are having a wonderful weekend, day, night. Back to the grind. Working on the chassis table. I thought it would be a fantastic idea to show you guys why and what I've done to my chassis table, the other plans that I have to do to the chassis table, and this is going to be a pretty cool video. So video, Tivio, you know what I mean. So we're getting ready to finally start the manual bent chassis for the crew cab long bed S10, but we needed to modify the chassis table before we fully get involved in it. So I wanted to show you a couple of modifications that I've done. This one's just chilling right here, so you could just fold it out of the way. I drilled and tapped into the 1/4" steel because I probably wouldn't have gotten the bar up in the back, and it's stronger to do that anyway. But and when you're done, you just crank it away like so, pull the pin, store your leg just like that. So that's one of the modifications I've done to the table. Typically this is the front of the table, this is the rear of the table, and this is a recent addition on the table. Basically what this does is, I still have to finish it, but this is on rollers, which you can see right there. This leg is perfect, stops it from moving, but I need to add sort of a box in the center here. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to rest a floor jack or a bottle jack of some sort, and then I can raise and lower, you know, the rear end up. Obviously, depending on where it is. If you've got a full size, your rear is going to be back here. If you got a mid size, your rear is going to be over here, and that's basically why I added this roller. Once the chassis is laid on the table, it's kind of hard to do any kind of work from, you know, the bottom side. So I thought this would be a great addition. These are the wheel holders, and then you rotate to here, and then this bolt will support the weight. Once the chassis is 90% done and you start mounting rims and tires on it, at some point you're gonna have to lift it up off the table. That's where these come into play. You mount your wheels on your rear. You can air up the suspension. You can use the fingers of the lift to lift the chassis up, slide the table out, sit her on the ground. Just some things that you have to think about ahead of time prior to building a chassis table. So currently I have an 8-foot extension over here. And what this does is, because somebody decided to go with a 19-foot long chassis, I needed an 8-foot extension because the table is 12 feet. So once this is situated underneath the truck, I can raise and lower the cab up and down. My wheel, center of wheel marked, you know, on the table with the truck, and then, you know, you can raise, like I said, raise it up and down, trim your floor, mark your floor, all that shit. But once this is underneath the truck, I need another 8 feet, and that's where that extension comes in. So I've got these that I've got to modify for supporting the weight of the axle once the chassis is all set up on the table. And you'll see this later on, not in this video, but as the build goes on. And then there's one more thing that I would like to make. I'd like to weld box tubing onto one of these because it's removable, or weld tubing inside of here, clean it up, weld the tubing to the box tubing, and then have fingers to support the weight of the rear, and then you can jack the rear up, change your pinion, do all sorts of nifty shit, you know, with this. So guys, one more thing, do me a favor, if you don't mind, if you find any of this content that I produce useful or gain something of value out of it, please consider dropping that like button, comment down below, and subscribe if you are not subscribed. Please and thank you. So as time goes by, The table becomes more user-friendly. You find little things to make your job easier, you know, and you just add to it. So basically this started out as just two rails. These are 3/16, 2 by 3 by 3/16. These inside of here are the same. No, these are 1/8 inch. Just the stiffeners are 1/8 inch. And then these are, I believe, 3/16. I also have this cool little jig. Basically what this does is, roll this. There's, I don't know, eighth of an inch of space. This gets bolted on the side of the table, and when you want to make sheet panels, bending up some sheet panels, this, you know, works really good. This is, I believe, 4 feet or a little over 4, something along the lines of that. And then I also have this here extension to the back side of the table. When I built the wagon, I'll put an image on the screen here, but I needed a little more, so I added this section right here for the wagon. When I had built the wagon, I had these connected to the body mounts of the front section of the chassis. And basically what this did was it allowed me to level the chassis on the table. It wasn't mandrel bent. Those are seam chassis. They get a little warped. Who knows if it's been in an accident, but regardless, this is a cool little thing. If you're doing like a back half on a chassis, you can just weld some nuts, use some 3/4 all thread, washer it, shim it, you know, all that shit. But these come in handy as well. And again, you know, just all sorts of little things you know you make and you create as time goes by. The more, you know, chassis that you do, the more jigs and the more little pieces and intricacy, you know, your table becomes. And again, the cool thing about this table is I could realistically take this entire table apart and you know, lay it on the wall, and it's totally out of the way. And that's why I kind of did what I did. You know, the feet come apart, center section comes apart, you know, the leg. This cart comes off super easy once the leg is out, you know, because it slides in from the rear. It's a great little table. And I feel if you plan on building chassis, definitely gonna wanna make yourself a table. I just got done tapping the steel for my 3/4 inch mushroom bolt. And we're gonna finish putting this leg together. Beautiful. All the pressure is on that, and that shit's not snapping. The only thing you gotta make sure of is when you extend your leg that this isn't getting caught on the leg. See, like that. Oh yeah, we got it. We can move this bad boy wherever we want. Man, I'll tell you what, with all seriousness, really, when the time comes to show you what I'm gonna build, it's gonna blow your mind. I'd put money on it. Ooh, while I got you here, I got some cool stickers. Well, I got a cool banner I gotta put up. This I got at Mini Nats. I had them guys sign it. See their signatures there? Thought it was pretty cool. Let me know in the comment section if y'all want stickers like this. This is super cool. So the story behind this was I sent in mini trucking 300 of these. So 300 of these stickers were in the little goodie bag, and I got lucky enough to get one. That is awesome. And yes, this is going right here. Ooh, right here. Perfect spot. Hell yeah, Poe built. We got all sorts of stickers, my man. We got stickers for days. We'll put this one up here. This is a cool sticker. Right next to Crazy Day Fabs. All right, I think that's gonna do it for our stickers. I'm gonna show you what we're working on outside, or was working on outside. So I bought me a 97 Nissan pickup. It's being an asshole. It's got really rough idle. I changed out a ton of parts already. This son of a bitch, boy. So it'll idle for a second, and then it just dies. And it's getting tons of fuel. I double checked it. So I'm thinking that it is the idle air solenoid. I ordered injectors for it. We'll get to the bottom of it, but yeah, the son of a bitch, giving me a hard time. But this is gonna be a cool shop truck. I reached out to Mikey Ayers, lives in Jacksonville. That's a phenomenal pinstriping. I'll leave a link to his email or channel so you can get a hold of him, but I'm gonna have him do Magic Man on the side. They installed an extended cab bed on here. So I'm in the process of finding a bed for this turd, but maybe we'll do an episode where we'll lower it. I don't know, crank down the torsion bars, throw some 4-inch blocks in it or something. I don't know, let me know in the comment section if that's something you're interested in seeing. And holy shit, I got some hearts, really special hearts that I have to make. Those of you that know or don't know, let me fill you in on this real quick, okay? So the way these hearts work that are up here on the wall, a red heart is $10 donation, yellow is $5, and bare metal is $2 donation. Should you like to buy me a cup of coffee, that's all you got to do, man, is send a small donation, $2, $5, $10. I cut you out a heart, paint it, put your name on it, put it up on the wall, and that will be there forever. So I wanted to go over a couple things kind of to end this video, to keep you guys up to speed with what I'm doing, and something for you to look forward to the next video. Some lines all over the truck to square up the cab to the table, because I'm going to be raising and lowering this constantly. Obviously, here's my center mark. This white line or piece of wire represents the center of the table. Everything's in line with one another, and most importantly, these are what matter most. This yellow line is center of wheel opening, and I didn't lower the cab down more because I don't know if you can tell from this angle, but this portion of the firewall is pushed out further than the passenger side. I'll show you when I go on the other side, but the firewall I gotta do a little trimming to rest onto the chassis, but chassis is tacked down to the table. The table is fully balanced and leveled. So what I'm doing now is just making marks, and again, I'm gonna go over this stuff in detail in the next video. Face of rack, the pivot of the rack. So I need to determine where I'm putting my cross member. So I'm just showing you guys what and how. If you look, again, here's my center line. See how it's resting on the center, which is good. Rear is resting on the center. And that's basically it. You can see how much further driver's side of the firewall pushes through. I got to do some trimming, obviously firewall work, but for the most part, I'm happy where the chassis is laying. And again, all this has to get reworked anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. So it's pretty cool for you guys to see how I'm setting the table up, how I'm setting the body up and stuff. Again, the next video will be a little more in detail, the who's, the what, and the whys, and all that stuff. I'm gonna wrap up this video, basically setting the table up, making some adjustments on the table, little modifications here and there, the more time I use it, the more I tweak, on the table. So guys, have a great weekend. We'll catch you on the next one. Setting up the front suspension for the Crew Cab S10 long bed. Catch y'all later. Take care.